What's going on, guys? Skeleton here, the brain of gas today, coming at you with my first ever Q&A. Now, a lot of people have been asking me this ever since I hit 1,000 subscribers, and we recently hit 2,000 subscribers. I promised everyone who kept asking me at 1,000 that we would do it at 2,000 subscribers, and we are currently sitting at 2,000, just under 2,200 subscribers, which is crazy. So I gave you guys the weekend to get your questions in. A lot of you guys got your questions in. Sorry, I'm looking at my lips. I got like some, like, I just ate some like sour cream and onion chips, and I still got the flavor on my tongue and on my lips, and it tastes really good. No, it's just really bothering me because like it's just there. Too much information. Anyways, we are gonna get into our first ever Q&A right now, and there's a lot of duplicate questions, to be honest. And so I'm going to try to give you guys the recognition still just for getting your questions in. So we're going to start up on Twitter, and I'm probably going to throw these up on screen. And we're going to start with Pro for Days on Twitter. Shout out to him. He asks, with the hashtag Jskeleton'S, would you rather be a Pokemon trainer or be a wizard? Honestly, I never played a lot of Pokemon. That was like one of the only Nintendo games I never played a lot of. And you guys are probably shocked by that because a lot of you guys who maybe still don't even play Nintendo much anymore probably played it a lot. But I'd say a Pokemon trainer, because I mean that sounds pretty cool. I would think, if I can catch the good ones. Anyways, if I can't catch the good ones like Mewtwo and Pikachu and Charizard, I mean, then there's no point. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. We are going to Abdullah Gaming on Twitter. He asks, what type of music do you like the most? Now, I'm mostly into like rock and metal. And I'm really not a fan of like, the mainstream pop and stuff like that. As far as rap goes, I'm not a huge fan of most of the scene. But I do like a few Christian rappers, including my good friend Jared. So shout out to Jared. You actually hear him in the beginning of almost all of my live streams. And a couple of my intros, I've put a clip of his music into some of my intros. I might put it in this video, I don't know. So shout out to Jared. He's a really cool dude, really good friend of mine. He actually designed this shirt. I made the logo, but he designed like the graphic for the logo for the shirt. And I don't know. He's a crazy graphic designer, man. Huge shout out to him. He's crazy at a bunch of things. Anyways, moving on. So my favorite band would probably be Thrice, to be honest. Moving on, it's Crip asks. Shout out to Crip. He's a cool dude. He asks, who inspired you to start a YouTube channel? Now I'm not gonna answer that yet because there are a couple people that have asked that. And I'm gonna get to it in a minute, okay? I'll answer it, don't worry. But he asks a second question. Also, what is your favorite song of playing guitar? In all honesty, I have two favorite songs playing guitar. One of them is actually my own song, which is called Final Breath. It's probably my favorite song I've ever written. It has a really cool riff to it that I really love playing. I mean, the whole riff. I love all the riffs in the song. But besides that, I'd probably say Unholy Confessions by Avenged Sevenfold, because that song has just a really cool, it's kind of like a punk metal riff, if you will. Here, let me show you. All right, so the first favorite riff that I like to play is, well, let's start with Unholy Confessions. So if you guys know the song, it goes. Anyways, that's just a little riff. I really love that song. It has a really cool feel to it. And then the other one is my song, Final Breath, which I'm not going to play the whole thing. If you guys want, I can link it in the comment section below. I actually have a live performance from my old band. But one of the riffs is. Yeah, those are my two favorite songs to play. Moving on. All right, so we're going to be moving on. The last Twitter question, I'm not going to answer it yet because, again, there's still a couple people that asked it, but on one of my YouTube videos. Light Velocity, shout out to you. He also asks, what and who inspired you to do YouTube? P.S. Love your vids. Keep it up. Thank you very much, man, for the support. I appreciate it. We're going to get to that question in a second because, like I said, I want to show the recognition to everyone who did get their questions in, even if they're duplicates. Going over to YouTube, a bunch of people left their questions in my my thank you for 2,000 subscriber video. Clashing with Zphos, if I'm not saying that right, I apologize. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. He asks, what would you be doing if you never started YouTube? Now, the thing is, I don't do YouTube for a living, at least not yet. Maybe one day, who knows? But so I'd probably be, that's a hard question. The reason I started YouTube, part of the reason. Okay, I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute. What would I be doing? It kind of goes hand in hand. I would be, if I was not doing YouTube at all, I'd just be making music. But I'm still making music, so that's the thing. It's not like I'd be doing something that I'm not doing now, because I'm still playing music. I'm still making music. It's just that I wouldn't be doing YouTube. Does that make sense? Anyways, let's move on. And Mr. Greg FPS, good friend of mine, awesome YouTuber. You guys should definitely go check him out. He asks a question, and I believe this is the last person that asked this question. He asked, what got you into YouTube, and did you look up to any YouTubers before you started? So the second half is a fresh question. I haven't seen it. The first half is like I said, a couple people asked me in different ways. So what got me into YouTube? I kind of told the story a couple times. It depends what you mean, okay? I got into YouTube originally with music. When I first started playing music, I just wanted a place to upload, covers and stuff, kind of showcase, my music side, I guess, if you will. And I wanted a place to, I guess, perform my music. That was before I started playing. Well, no, I was playing small shows, but still. It might have been before I started really getting into playing shows, actually, to be honest. So I just kind of wanted to showcase my music online, I guess. I guess that's how I got into it. But how did I get into gaming, YouTubing, if you will, to be more specific, is it's a very, very long story, but I'm going to try to brief it up. I have an autoimmune disease called lupus. It affects me in a way where I can't be as active as I used to be. So I don't get to play rock shows anymore like I used to, for example. Sports is kind of hard for me to play. It's a very long story. I mean, I could do a whole video on that if you guys want me to. Well, actually, I already have Road to Black Ops 3, but I could do another one if you want. Anyways, and so when PS4 and Xbox One came out, I was using a built-in game DVR functionality to start, just sharing my clips and stuff like that. It was just kind of a place to try to be somewhat entertaining, share cool things that I did, and things like that. So it kind of branched out from that, and I never really expected it to grow into what it has to this point, to be honest. But it just kind of started as another way to be productive. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I couldn't play music anymore. But I had some things cut away. Like I don't really get to skateboard like I used to, or play hockey as much as like I used to, or play shows. So it was kind of like an outlet of productivity. Oh my goodness, I can't talk straight. All right, the second part of the question. I'm sorry for making this really, really long. I'm trying to really answer these questions well. Did you look up to any YouTubers before you started? Before I started, I can't really say I did. I don't think I really was into the whole YouTube scene. I went on YouTube to watch, maybe bands and stuff like that. But I didn't really watch specific YouTubers. As far as gaming YouTubing goes, before I started my gaming channel, I don't remember how into I was watching other YouTubers. I was watching other YouTubers, but I don't think nearly as much as now, because now I kind of try to learn off of other people too, and try to see how they got where they are in their channels. So I think I watch other YouTubers a lot more now, if that makes sense. But as for now, I would say, to be honest, in one sense, Chaos Silencer is an inspiration. Partially, I think the biggest reason is because he's also a family man. He has a family, he has, a wife, he has kids. And I think I drive off of that because I can relate to it. And I can see how, he's an older YouTuber who has a family who still does this stuff. So I think that's part of why I really enjoy his content. Plus the fact that he usually keeps his content very clean. And I'm a guy that likes clean content. Anyways, I made that way too long than it needed to be. Let's move on to the next question. All right, so I forgot to actually shout out Speed Cola Gaming. He also asked who made you to do YouTube. He says, do you like Speed Cola? Speed Cola is awesome. You get to reload way faster. And yeah. And so he asks, who made you do YouTube? Well, I basically just answered that. But yeah, Speed Cola is awesome. It's a great perk. Let's move on to the next question. All right, so iBeast or iiBeast / Verge. Is that how you say it? Virge? I don't know, whatever. Z-Blame. He has Q&A questions 1 and 2. What? Oh, actually, sorry, he has 3. I'm going to answer all 3. Sorry, I'm going to make this quick. Number 1, what would you do if you died? Well, I would be dead. What is there to do if I died? I don't know. I mean, I'd be dead. I would be I would be in the presence of Christ. I would be in heaven, but I would be dead, so I don't know. Number 2, favorite Black Ops 3 Zombies map. Currently, the Rise and Drac, no doubt. No doubt. I would say currently the Rise and Drac, the Giant, and the Shadows of Evil in that order in Black Ops 3. But Zetsubu no Shima, however you pronounce it, it might become my new favorite because it looks pretty crazy. Number 3, favorite hobby. I don't like to call these things hobbies because they're more like things that is just part of who I am. But I would say playing music. But again, I don't look at it like a hobby. But playing music would probably be my favorite thing to do. And yeah, moving on to the next question. All right, so Ali Riaz, if I'm not saying your name right, again, I apologize. Top 3 Call of Duties of all time. I would say Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 1. The only reason Call of Duty 4 is not in my list is because when Call of Duty 4 was out, I was more into Halo 3. I played Call of Duty 4 like crazy. Don't get me wrong, I did start there, but I didn't get super into it until Modern Warfare 2. So I'd say MW2, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 1. Maybe not in that order. I don't know. Black Ops 2 might be number 1, actually, to be honest. I don't know. I really love the Black Ops series, but I like Black Ops 1 and 2 more than 3, to be honest. Anyways. Yeah, moving on. Okay, so the next question is Ahmed Alda. I think I said that right. If not, I apologize. What's your favorite sport and how did you meet Greg FPS? Now, my favorite sport is hockey. I love hockey and skateboarding. So, I mean, if you want to include extreme sports into that category, then skateboarding. Yeah, so, I don't know. Hockey. Hockey's number 1 and skateboarding is a very, 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 very close number 2. I love both those sports so very much, man. I'm a huge hockey fan. Maybe it's the Canadian in me. I was going to say the Canada in me. The Canadian in me, I don't know. But yeah, how did you meet Greg FPS? It was kind of funny. I was on Twitter. I don't know how I came across him. I can't remember, but I seen him on Twitter somewhere. Anyways, I don't remember how. And, you know, his profile said he was a Christian and he was a YouTuber. And I didn't even, like, really know, you know, how many subscribers he had or what he did or whatever at the time. And I just kind of hit him up because it just kind of intrigued me that someone, you know, shared the Christian faith and was a YouTuber. So I hit him up and I was like, hey, yo, what's up, man? I'm like, you know, and I just started talking to him. I don't know, it's pretty much like that, I guess. And we just started talking, became friends. And for us, it's history. Mr. Greg FPS. I don't know. I always call you Mr. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on to the next question. All right, so Pitskate asks, shout out to Pitskate, he's a solid dude as well. Pitskate asks, if you could have any addition to your setup, what would it be, assuming it is gifted? Okay, so if it's gifted, any addition. Okay, well, I got 2 monitors right now, so and I got like the most amazing webcam that I could ask for, and my microphone's pretty solid. I would say a better PC that can run 1080p 60 frames per second. Because right now, I cannot record 1080p 60 frames. I can record 1080p only if it's in 30 frames, or if I want 60 frames, it has to be 720p. So I would say either a better PC, and if I already had that, I would say maybe a bit better of a microphone. My microphone's pretty good, but I want one of those crazy like radio microphones. I think Nadeshot has a microphone that sounds kind of like that. You know, it's really, you know, I don't know. You get what I mean? Anyway, so that would probably be my addition. Let's move on to the next question, though. Chicken 2005 asks, if you had to eat one piece of food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Ironically, it'd be exactly what your name is, chicken. I love chicken. It would definitely be chicken. I love chicken, man. You could ask my wife, man. You know, I just love chicken. Moving on to the next question. All right, Brandon asks, I'm just going to call you Brandon because you have Brandon in the brackets, and I'm bad with names, so I'm just gonna call you Brandon. Simpler. Okay, if you couldn't play Black Ops 3, what game would you play? Now, if I could still play Call of Duty, assumingly, I would probably be playing Black Ops 2 because that is probably the next best COD. Well, it's my favorite COD, probably either Black Ops 2 or MW. I'd probably go with Black Ops 2 because it has zombies. So I'll be playing Black Ops 2. If I cannot play Call of Duty, it'd probably be some Nintendo stuff, man. Like Zelda and Mario. I love Zelda, man. I love Zelda. I love Nintendo. It's crazy. So that's probably what it would be. Black Ops 2 if it's Call of Duty, and if it's not Call of Duty, then something Nintendo. All right, next question. 3EPZ Galaxy. I always get tongue twisted with your name. He says, I have left a Call of Duty related question, but you have to get it in a supply drop. Good luck. Yeah, well, I guess I'm never getting your question. Moving on. No, I'm kidding. On a serious note, if you were head of Call of Duty, what would you do to make the game progress in the future and make fans keep coming back? Thanks. Well, I really don't know, honestly. That's a really hard question. I see a lot of people begging for, classic boots on the ground, and I would honestly say that would be the first thing I would do is go back to the roots, go back to classic Call of Duty, what made people fall in love with Call of Duty to begin with. But as far as innovation goes, I'm not sure what I would do for innovation. I'm sure I'd come up with something eventually, but that's something you really got to brainstorm. So I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question, my friend. Moving on. SF Zombie 415. Shout out to him. He's been around the channel for quite a while as well now. He says, what was your first console and game? Now, it depends if you mean owning or not, because my first console technically was the NES, but it wasn't mine. It was my parents'. And I believe the first game I played on it was the original Zelda. I don't know if I ever beat it because I was really, really young. I can't remember. But if you mean first thing I've ever owned, I think it was a PlayStation 1 with Tarzan and A Bug's Life. I got them both at the same time. It was amazing. That Christmas was just awesome, man. I was so stoked to get a PS1. And there's just so many good games I played on PlayStation 1. It's awesome. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any more questions here. That seems to be all the questions. If for some reason I did miss your question, which I don't think I did, I apologize. And I apologize if this was a little bit of a lengthy video. I'm going to try to cut it up as much as I can. But that's the Q&A for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's my very first Q&A. Again, thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. We are heading on the way to 3,000. We are already, I can't even talk straight. We are already 2/10 of the way there, 800 more, and we are at 3K. Let's go for that 10K, shall we? You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the whole Skeleton Army. Let's keep growing this community. Let's keep growing this channel and aim high, man. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for your questions. And that's it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smack the like button, subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video. And like always, until then, game on. Darkness,